I'm Andy with Competitive Cyclist, and this is the Cervelo S3. You heard me right. Cervelo's back at Competitive Cyclist, and this time they're better than ever. I couldn't be more thrilled to welcome them back to the family, and I didn't realize how much I'd missed them until I hopped on these bikes just a few weeks ago. It's been an interesting journey for all of us, really, in the intervening years, but right here, right now, it feels like we finally got the band back together and we're headed out for the reunion tour. And if the headliner on the tour is the R5, then this guy, the S3, is the rock-solid rhythm section of the band. It's the undisputed workhorse in the Cervelo lineup. Cervelo is relentless in their pursuit of speed and efficiency. And let's face it, they invented the aero road bike and then nearly perfected it with the S5. It was so good, in fact, that their pro team riders were choosing it over their R bikes for every stage, even the ones in the mountains. Why? Well, two reasons: insane power transfer and surprising all-day comfort, both of which have found their way into the S3. Now, when I say comfort, I'm not talking about the static comfort of your bike fit. I'm talking about dynamic comfort, basically how the bike reacts to bumps in the road, because rider fatigue plays a big role in how you feel during a ride or race. So does power transfer. And balancing the two with stability and handling can be tricky, especially when you're dealing with very tall, very thin aerodynamic tubes. There are several prominent design features at play here. The massive BB Right bottom bracket juncture anchors the oversized seat tube and down tube and facilitates amazing power transfer. The massive junctures are echoed at the head tube, and Cervelo's true aero technology improves airflow over every surface. There's also full internal cable routing with a new bar and stem, and as a result, they've shedded 68 grams of static weight and 102 grams of aerodynamic drag over the previous model. That's the equivalent of roughly 13 watts. Now, typically, when you get this much aero combined with this much stiffness, you pay a big cost in weight, comfort, and handling. In other words, you get a squirrely bike that can't really go uphill, beats you up, and scares the life out of you when things get twisty. That ain't the S3. The combination of head tube and bottom bracket rigidity evoked words like stable and comfortable when I was maxing out the S3. In other words, I was able to sustain higher cornering speeds with less effort, less anxiety, and greater confidence. And it didn't lumber up either steep or sustained climbs like my old Soloist Carbon. It was as lively, punchy, and responsive as any non-aero bike I've gotten, whether I was spinning in the saddle or standing up to mash. It was also comfortable and manageable at just about any speed. I didn't have to light it up to experience the precision. Oh, and this is important, very important. Cervelo has fine-tuned the layup on each size of the S3 so that riders of any stature will have the same experience that I did. And don't we all want telepathic handling and effortless 25-mile-per-hour pulls? Probably the best part is that you get all of this for a comparatively reasonable price. If you're looking for a pure road racing and training bike, one that will happily escort you to the podium of just about any crit, Fondo, Century, or Weekly World Championship, regardless of the course profile, then look no further than the S3. It's Cervelo's most popular bike for a reason. If you have any questions about Cervelo, please give us a call or send an email to sales@competitivecyclist.com.